action.
So what if I told you you could get a guitar for around $1,000 with features you'd normally find on a boutique or custom shop build? Stick around because you'll love these new Epiphone Futura guitars. Epiphone's been making guitars now for over 150 years. We're known for every player, every stage, right? So if there's one thing we know, it's that players and the way people play are always evolving. So what better way to celebrate that evolution with this new Bold by Design series featuring killer color shifting finishes, stainless steel frets, and locking tuners, just to call out a few insanely premium appointments. And they're all packaged in Gibson's most iconic guitar shapes. So let's take a look at these all new guitars, focused on performance in mind, stocked with newly voiced pickups, fast playing fretboards. They're perfect for the modern alternative, metal, to even high gain players of today. You could easily just throw these in the back of a van. They're made to withstand every gig you're gonna throw at it. Enough talk, let's check them out. Oh, nice. Ooh, light. Very cool. Look at that finish. So here we have the Futura Les Paul Custom. First introduced in 1952, the Custom comes out 1954, arguably the voice of rock and roll. Nothing complements high gain better than a humbucker guitar. I mean, over the years, the list of famous players who have used the Les Paul reads like a, who's who of music. Everyone from Mick Ronson, Steve Jones, Adam Jones, Billy Gibbons, and of course, one of my personal favorites, Mr. Jimmy Page. The Les Paul Custom has been used to define just about every style of rock music, and it's the most iconic instrument probably of all time. Let's give it a quick spin. So the first feature and the most obvious is that color shifting finishes on these guitars. I mean, just check that out. This is called the Twilight Shift finish, and it's going from a nice dark blue to purple metallic, all in just a few movements here. Think about this on stage. Think about this when you're vlogging at home and making videos and content. This is definitely gonna, catch some attention wherever you go with this guitar. Every serious guitar player needs a humbucker guitar. The Les Paul's been there since day one, right? And this new reincarnation of it, it's got a super fast neck, stainless frets, all the tone shaping options, the pickups are nice and powerful. This is definitely gonna get the job done if someone's looking for something more modern. Here we have the Futura SG Custom, SG standing for solid guitar, inception date 1961, following the Les Paul, responsible for the birth of heavy metal as we know it. Now the first thing you're gonna notice is that slimmer, full mahogany, double cutaway body. So no conversation about the Gibson SG is complete without Tony Iommi, who literally invented the heavy metal genre using an SG. You've got Angus Young with AC/DC, who, the stellar killer rock riffs that we all know and love. However, there's more to the SG than just heavy riffs. I think of George Harrison and Eric Clapton, both using one in the psychedelic late 1960s. And they've also powered punk and alternative music for decades too. If you think of Fugazi and Radiohead, Sleater-Kinney, Today, even going into, bearers such as slacker rock heroes, MJ Lenderman and Jake Kiska of Greta Van Fleet. So you can really see the range that this instrument has had a part to play in. Yeah, let's check this thing out. This thing looks smoking. Let's do it. So one of the biggest features on these new Futura instruments is the fact that you get stainless steel frets, right? That alone's like $300 to $500 if you wanted to refret your instrument. Stainless steel frets, super durable, more durable than nickel, and when you feel them, it's just a glassier touch. I mean, when you bend, you do your vibrato on your solos, it's way easier and just really glides across the fretboard. Dude, this thing is just, the way that's shifting, I mean, like gold top now, and then it's like pink metallic, it's just killer, just killer. That's great. Light too. I'm a big fan of SGs. They're lightweight, they're easy to play. I like that I can get my hand around the body a little bit better just because it's a thinner body style. Quick access to the upper notes. Loving, of course, the stainless frets again. And this nitro shift is just really popping on all areas of the guitar. It's also a little bit darker in general than a Les Paul because you don't have that maple cap. Killer guitar, a classic. Great to see it in this new modern package. If Chuck Berry was here today. Okay, here we go. It's interesting because when I see 355s, they always have like the old school vintage, cherry finish or burst or something like that. So seeing it in a new color kind of gives me like a new impression of the guitar. And it makes me want to play it. Makes me want to play some different stuff on it, Yeah, let's check it out. This is cool, really cool. And here we have the Futura ES355. Introduction 1958, one of our top tier instruments of the time, right? Semi-hollow body tones, the first model to feature a stereo output, and it also had a baritone for extended tonal options. Now in the hands of players like B.B. King, the ES355 became an electric blues icon, right? But over the years, there's been diversity in players across the board. You've got Keith Richards, Johnny Marr, Alex Lifeson, and Noel Gallagher. They all prove that it's a winner for rock, indie, and alternative styles. Stadiums across the world, you see this guitar being played. Another big guitar that makes a bold statement. Let's give it a quick spin. So continuing the flexibility on these Futura instruments, you've got push-pull pots for the coil splitting both on the bridge and neck positions, and of course that phase control there. Just having single coil tones as well as humbucker tones gives you a variety of musical styles to play from this one instrument. And then of course the phase, I'll use that for a little trick in overdubbing guitars, or if you want to maybe get a solo to cut through the mix a little bit different than the other guitars that are layered there. Premium, trim on this, you get the cool multi-ply binding. You're going to see that on the pick guard as well. And then finally that mother of pearl split diamond inlay at the top of that Kalamazoo headstock there. I'm a big fan of semi-hollow body guitars. There's just something about them. They resonate more. They can be played acoustically when you're not plugged in. They just got bigger, fatter tones in general. And I love the fact that it's in this more modern packaging right now, because I do like that, easier to play C-shaped neck with that compound radius fretboard. Just nice to see a classic guitar and a fresh take on it. It just inspires me to play something a little bit different. That is awesome. Thank you. Before we get to the next guitar, make sure you hit the like button, ring the bell, and subscribe to the channel. It'll keep you updated on future videos. All right, the Futura RD Custom. So coming out in the late 70s, it's a unique shape for us at the time, right? Earlier models, believe it or not, featured active electronics by synth legend himself, Mr. Robert Moog. Originally introduced in '77, the RD, it's basically a cult classic, right? I mean, heavy and alternative players have been using it for years. I mean, think about Dave Grohl, the Ghouls in Ghost, Lee Malley of Bring Me the Horizon. On the bass side, even Chris Novoselic of Nirvana was using it quite a bit. It's big, it's bold, and yeah, now it's back. Let's check it out. So particularly on this model, the RD features a longer scale length, right? So what that means for all of you that are going to be playing in lower tunings is it's going to keep the string tension tighter. You're going to get a lot more snap and attack out of those strings in those lower tunings. Really crucial to keep things tight. And it's a breeze to play again with that quick compound radius fretboard and that C-shaped neck profile. I gotta say, the V, the Firebird, killer guitars, the Explorer, of course, right? But this RD, there's just something about it. I feel like it's like a, some sort of morph of all those guitars into one. I am a big fan of this guitar. It just looks super cool. It's got a presence. And with that longer scale length, I really enjoyed playing in that detuning today on the play samples that we did. Just an awesome addition to anyone's collection. A must-have, I would say, in my opinion. I want this guitar. Serious weapon right there. And here we have the Futura Firebird Custom, debuting in 1963, a bold evolution in our offerings at the time. Believe it or not, designed by automotive stylist Ray Dietrich. He took inspiration from those classic cars of the time. Think about the lines on a vintage automobile, right? On the fins on the outside here and all that. It's an uncompromising instrument. The Firebird has found a home in many musical styles. Think of, Johnny Winter, Keith Richards, all the way up to like art rock experimentalists like, Phil Manzanera of Roxy Music and any rock heroine, PJ Harvey. We've even seen Dave Grohl use a Firebird with the Foo Fighters. Just a killer guitar and a voice of rock and roll all its own. Let's take a quick listen. So I happen to be holding the Quicksilver Shift finish here, and of course you'll see those colors changing as I move it around in the light. That is just so cool, even on the back of that neck. We've got some Grover locking rotomatic tuners there with the kidney buttons. And again, you know, it's a quicker string change, it's tuning stability, a nice quick playing neck because of that compound radius fretboard. You know, this is just a stadium tour looking guitar. It's just got a presence to it. Let's hear a little bit more. So there's a Futura Firebird Custom. I mean, I love a Firebird, the look of it. It's a strong looking instrument. You know, I love actually, I'm a big fan of the reverse tuners. This is a little bit easier to get to, I think, sometimes when you're playing. The quick neck and, you know, the finish is just killer on this. And I think everyone needs a Firebird in their collection. I love it. It's a great guitar to go alongside like a Flying V or like a Explorer and a RD. I mean, the frets alone too, just give it like the premium feel. Yeah, it's great. Well, damn. Yeah, nothing screams like a Firebird. I mean, gotta have one. Killer. Stadium tour written all over it, man. Now we have the Futura Flying V Custom. Inception 1958, the Gibson Flying V. I mean, this guitar, talk about pushing boundaries and blowing minds, right? I mean, look at this thing. It looks like a spaceship going to Mars or something, right? It's radical, futuristic look here and vibe. It basically went on to become a huge staple in rock music. I mean, think Jimi Hendrix, Albert King. They made it iconic to begin with. And then of course it gets into the 70s and 80s, of course, you know, you've got Michael Schenker, Kirk Hammett, who also made it synonymous with heavy music thanks to their work with UFO and Metallica, respectfully, right? These days though, you know, you'll find a Flying V in most every genre. I mean, everything from modern blues, indie, and progressive metal. Let's check it out. So this particular finish is called Solaris Shift. Really cool. You can see the yellow and then it kind of goes into like a little bit of a pink and a red in certain angles, right? On these new models, you're gonna notice the new Epiphone ProBucker Ignite pickups, right? Based off of a PAF design, Alnico 5 magnets, you're gonna get a lot of great tight low end, creamy mid-range, controlled highs, you know, note clarity, note definition, and a good punch for lead and rhythm styles. The Flying V is one of those guitars that just really stands out when I see anyone play it. It's an iconic rock machine. This is something I'm probably gonna add to my arsenal just because, you know, I can grab this at just a more affordable price point with some of the mods that I would probably have done on my guitars anyways. Whoa. Oh, there we go. There we go. Dude, that's killer. All right, finally, last but not least, the Futura Explorer Custom, released in '58, crazy for the time, right? Discontinued in '63, and then brought back by all the rockers of the '70s there, and probably the most iconic metal rock shape there is of a guitar. Nothing quite makes a statement like an Explorer. Down-picking titans, think of, you know, James Hetfield, blues rockers like Alan Collins of Leonard Skinner, stadium heroes like The Edge from U2, and of course our very own brand ambassador, Lizzie Hale of Hailstorm, have all used Explorers extensively over the years, and it's more than just a metal machine. Personal favorite of mine, I can't wait to check it out. Let's do it. So I wanted to call out the neck profile. We did mention the compound radius fingerboard, which means my chords and my solos are going to be connected super fast, no hesitation there. But we've got a modern C-shaped neck profile, super easy for fast rhythm and playing, right? That's where most of your fatigue is going to come from as a guitar player. So having a quick neck is going to equal a lot more playing. We can also look at some of the smaller but very subtle touches like the ebony fretboard. Ebony, of course, landing somewhere in between rosewood and maple, still giving you a warmer tone, but a little bit of clarity on the top end. You know, Explorers, I mean, it's just like a rock show right there, man. That thing is just amazing. I mean, I just remember watching Metallica videos and just seeing these guitars on there. Dude, that thing just pops. Look at that. I love that. Wow, this is nice. That's a custom. That's awesome. Well, there you have it, a quick look at the all-new Futura collection by Epiphone. Bold by design, right? These guitars are all built around performance, they're fast, they have the modern attributes that players need while still being able to offer you those classic Gibson designs. For more information on these guitars or other Epiphone guitars, head over to epiphone.com. Thanks for watching.